right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the All Access podcast from Dent Repair Now. Well, I told you I wasn't going to miss a week. I don't think I technically said I wouldn't miss a Monday. You guys give me a pass on that? Anyways, it wouldn't be the first Monday I missed because we had the trip back from Italy that delayed me by a day. So, close, but no cigar. Anyways, I did not want to miss a week of the show. This will come out on Tuesday instead of Monday, which I don't think is all that bad. Obviously, you can see that I am not in the studio or in my basement. I'm in the truck. Maybe this would be the longest truck talk episode ever. Not really. Anyways, so we are just a couple of days away from the Anson 30th anniversary open house. I'm super excited to head down there. In fact, we head down Wednesday morning. I'm really looking forward to that event. I've got just a couple of seats left for the advanced glue pull training on Friday. DentRepairNow.com/advanced-glue-pull. If you would like to get your seat, it is $7.99. We're going from 9 to about 4:30. Lunch is included and a $100 Anson gift card. Plus, of course, you're going to learn some new techniques, so some refined techniques for glue pulling to make you a better, more efficient glue puller. All right, so why would you want to miss that? Anyways, whether you're coming to class or not, I hope you can make it down to the Anson event. It is always a blast for their get-togethers, right, for their open houses. And I'm sure for their 30th year, Anson is going to go big. So what's going on? Why am I here? Well, I think that is going to be the lesson of today's show, or the topic of today's show. A few episodes back, we talked about being hail ready. And right, we had a little storm. Actually, we've got Jean in working. Dave, who is not with us anymore, has a big storm going up north. Like, hail season is upon us. We're here. Cleveland absolutely got smoked. Like, hail's here. Not a direct hit by any stretch, but we'll take what we can get. Anyways, we were hail ready. We've done it before. We've seen it before. We know what to do. But, man, I think I have to relearn this lesson every hail season. And I don't know why. I might blame Charlie, the guy who got me in the business. But every year, every storm, there's that one car, or truck in this case, that for some reason you feel the need to put a superhero cape on and try to save a freaking panel or save a car or whatever it is. I had a Ram come in, return customer, super nice guy, right? Really just grateful that we are doing the work for him. And this thing's bad. Not anything that wasn't fixable, but like dent count through the roof. Of course, I put my Superman cape on, and I looked, and I'm like, Jim, I got you, bud. I can, we don't want to cut your roof off. And man, you don't want to. If you throw that hood away the way this is, they're gonna paint the whole front clip of the car or the truck. And I just, for some reason, right, I can't let that happen. Dumbass. Me. I'm the dumbass. So I'm like, all right, I gotta try this hood. And then the insurance company writes it for an LKQ hood. And I'm like, well, I got this. Like, I can do it. I can fix anything. Start in on the hood. Do like a corner, not even a quarter, a corner of the hood. And, I spend whatever X amount of time on it. I look at the rest of the hood, and I'm like, man, this isn't too bad. I can probably save this like 6 hours, which isn't necessarily fun, but it's not the end of the world. Like, it's still decent. the asterisk or the caveat there would be that you could indeed, or I could indeed, actually get it done in 6 hours. Spoiler alert, took longer than 6 hours. So these Ram hoods, the front third, give or take, is all double paneled, and then like layers of glue inside of there. So you'll break through a layer and it'll skip ahead an inch and hit another layer of glue, which makes, for really fun times, especially like when your arms are short like this, when you're trying to reach all the way up to the front, or you're at the front trying to reach all the way back. Rest of the truck was pretty easy, comparatively. I mean, the hood, or the roof count was off the chart, but all fixable stuff. Why is it? That's my question to you guys. One, am I the only person that has this problem? I know at least Charlie does, because Charlie gets himself into this at least once a storm, and normally wrangles me into helping him on said car, right? Oh, we got the whole thing tore apart, we can do it. No, we can't. Then really, when somebody else is being a hero, it's kind of easy from the outside to look at it and be like, dude, don't be a hero, you're being a dumbass. Why would you try to fix that? What is it about us, about technicians? Because I know I can't be alone. I think it goes back to that another handful of shows ago, where I was talking about the absolute level of obsession that it takes to get this done. Like, to be great, to be good at PDR. That obsession that we all have. I'm sure that several of you are struggling with the same thing. Maybe it's Bryce Kelly's fault. Is that what it is? Like, I look at this crazy stuff that Bryce fixes, and well, if Bryce can do it, at least I know it's possible. I don't know that I can do it, but somebody can. Is it the Bryce Kelly effect that makes us work and go crazy like that? I don't know. Another mindset problem, shift, whatever, that I know I struggle with. Maybe this is like the Gene Fetty therapy session, because I let myself get my ass kicked for the last handful of days, and I just need to let it off. So welcome to the show. I'm gonna get my complaints out. What is it that drives us, because I'm gonna pretend that I'm not alone in this, to continue to say yes to the work, to try to figure it out and be like, yep, we'll take it, we can do it, bring it in, let's go, schedule it up, what are we waiting for? Of course we can do another car. Why do I struggle to understand that I have a finite amount of time and energy and effort that I can put into business, that I can put into work? I don't know what drives me to continue to say yes and chase and chase and chase. More and more as I get a little bit older, right? Now I'm 50 in a week and plus a couple days. Like, not that I'm not hungry, not that I don't want to hustle. Forever, right, in business, even in working before I worked for myself, everybody wants more every year. We gotta grow. If you're not growing, you're dying. Is there a level of satisfaction to be reached with business, right? I've even heard, and Keith Cosentino, if you listen, man, I'm missing the show. You haven't been on in a while. But anyways, I'm even hearing Keith mention a few times that, like, it's okay to turn this business into a lifestyle business. Like, at what, we have a great company, we've got great employees, we've really built something, but I don't know that I wouldn't be as profitable with, like, just Gene in a truck with tools in the back like we have today. Like, this is a simple, low overhead, high profit margin gig here. Is that okay? Do we need permission to not work ourselves into the ground? I think I need permission to do that, to make that shift. I'm really not sure what drives that obsession. Why do I just say yes and bring the cars in and figure it out? I would really just rather go golfing or fishing than, spend my weekend trying to finish an extremely difficult car to get done, I guess, for the sake of getting it done. I'm not even sure what the purpose was there. So I want to hear from you. Wait a minute. I want to hear from you. First, am I the only one that puts that freaking superhero cape on and has to save the day at least once a hailstorm? Not because anybody pressured me into it, because I pressured myself into it. I cannot be the only one who talks themselves into trying something dumb like that. And two, where are you at in your business? What is the driver to drive you to do more? Is that the answer? Is that what we should be doing? I'm really not sure. Again, welcome to Therapy with Gene Fetty. Think about that. Ponder that. I really don't know what the answer is. I'm going to ponder it also. I actually have been pondering it all weekend long while I worked on that truck. I don't want to. What are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? I even had to apologize to Melissa. I'm like, babe, I'm sorry I put myself behind this 8-ball, but I can't not get it done. I can't quit. I can't not fix the car. I've got cars coming in this week. I've got to be at this body shop an hour away at 8 in the morning to help them out, to help an old friend out to get a job done, like away from the shop. And then I've got to go to actually a restaurant right there and give a speech to the local Porsche club on paintless dent repair. And then I've got to go deliver another hail car back to another body shop. And then I've got to go deliver a couple Kiko systems to a Votech school. Like, it's a busy day. Why do I do this to myself? I gotta say, I am for sure looking forward to, wait a minute. Yeah, in like 25 hours, I'm looking forward to hopping on that plane and heading to Texas to, like, have a nice, relaxing, normal couple days of work. Relaxing days of work. I mean, I guess we're pretty blessed that I get to do work that I generally find relaxing. But saying that out loud, that sounds a little psychotic, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, really looking forward to getting down to Texas tomorrow. We're going to start setting up. Still got to finish some coffee. We're getting ready to set up for the advanced glue pull class. We've got some 20 group members coming in Thursday for a little mastermind meeting. Those are literally some of my favorite things to do in the world, is in-person masterminds. I've been saying for like about as long as I've figured out what a mastermind is, maybe 10 years ago, maybe more, probably more. Anyways, I've been saying for a long time, if I could figure out how to just run masterminds in person as a living, that would maybe be my ideal job. Possibly even more, no, I would bet even more rewarding than doing PDR and building this. So, yeah, super looking forward to that. Man, what else is going on in the industry? What else are we seeing? What are we hearing? I saw, I believe it was just last week, it's all sort of blurring together, that Dent Slayer was doing a podcast episode. One of my favorite podcasts. It's long. It's almost like reading a book when you do them, but it's not like they're giving you a show every week or a show every day, like Rogan, where, man, I don't have that much time to listen to a show every single day. Anyways, they're getting ready to come out with a show, and I believe that their topic is going to be training, because I saw them post in several groups, asking for like in-person trainers, online trainers, chime in. What do you got? What's this look like? So I think they're probably doing I guess not a long session. It would be a standard session for them, a show on education. I'm super excited for that. If it's anything like what I think it might be, really, really super excited for that. When I went down to do the Dent Slayer show, I hung out with Matt at his shop, the better part of a day, maybe like mid-morning until we recorded the show, like at dinner time. And we went deep on some training philosophies, some teaching philosophies, some metal theory. I really, really like how Matt's mind works. There's a little bit of crossover between us, how we think, and then Matt goes really, really like analytical in his teaching style and his thoughts on metal movement. So if those guys are going to talk training for a few hours, super, super excited about that. Speaking of training, I think I'm going to pull the trigger for Mac. Our buddy Sean has his bestpdrtraining.com site, and he came out with his Hail Essentials, Hail something. Anyways, it's of course on how Jean fixes hail. And if you have not had the pleasure of watching Jean fix hail cars, you don't know what you're missing. Like, the dude is the picture of efficiency. Like, so advanced skills. One of the things he does when he's working the side, first he sits down because he saves energy and he's taller than me, and I try to sit down on these sides and I'm just too short. But anyways, he sits down and does the sides, and he's on his stool and he's got his couple of tools. Well, the way he sets up his light stand, he moves it with his leg, so he can move it closer, further, twist it in, twist it out, without standing up and going to grab the light. That doesn't sound like earth-shattering, but it's just one of the examples of how Jean has studied efficiency and makes every little move he does as efficient as possible. So Mac was helping me on this hail truck, and he's like, man, he goes, I need to go faster, I'm like, no, you don't need to go faster. I don't really care how long it takes you. I care how good you're doing it, right? Still a newer tech. What is he like? 16 months in, I think. Yeah, so he's like 16 months into his career. Now, fantastic for a 16-month tech, but still a 16-month tech, right? He hasn't seen it all. He hasn't done it all. He's still got some stuff to learn. However, the fact that he is trying to learn and wants to learn to be more efficient says a lot, right? So if you haven't seen John's hail sessions, hail training, whatever you want to call it, definitely go check that out. It's bestpdrtraining.com. And that really is just not paid, not sponsorship, nothing. That's just a shout out to John, because, dude, you're amazing. He's actually in doing some cars at one of our shops, and the feedback from the shop is amazing. And then some of the screenshots he sent me of like, hey, check this out. Look, get this done in 23 minutes. I got this done in 4 hours and 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Sean, you're amazing, bro. Thanks for coming over. And I hope you guys go check out his session on hail. And it's online, right? You just watch it at your leisure. Lifetime access, I would assume. Anyways, that's that. So, next week's episode will be coming to you live, recorded live, not broadcasting live. Recorded live. We're going to do similar to how we did the DB Expo. We're going to do a similar show from Anson, right? Could be 20 group members, could be Blue Pool members. I don't know if they're going to be comfortable enough, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get a little shout out from the class and see what that's like. And of course, there will be plenty of people at the open house to snag and do some short interviews. So keep an eye out for next week's episode. And as long as we get home on Sunday, it should be back onto a Monday schedule. I think that's it. Thanks for the therapy session, guys. I appreciate you. Go follow us on social media at Dent Repair Now across the board. Really gaining a ton of traction on Facebook, Instagram. YouTube's not getting the traction that I wanted, but it is what it is. I'll take it on Facebook, which is pretty awesome. And I'm hearing a lot of feedback. I don't know if you guys... All right, so the show's not over yet. I'm still talking. I want to give a little shout out and some thank yous to those of you that have reached out. Again, a handful of episodes ago, I don't know when, I talked about probably the content session where I was talking about getting your face on camera. I was talking about how I really want to let more of my personality come through, right? And have fun and just be me, less polished. I'm not... Oh, man. These are some long-ass ticker days. Really looking forward to that nap on the plane. Sleep like a baby on the plane. That's going to be the big recharge. Anyways, there you go. There's a little personality coming out. I really wanted to work on being less polished and less, regimented and just be me, right? Like, here I am. Here's what I am. And that's really how I live my life. But for a long time, I think a lot of my videos were too canned, too polished, or I was following a script or talking points, right? Which you have to do sometimes, but not with this stuff, right? Like, this is just the two of us sitting down, having a conversation. Well, I guess it's not really a conversation. I'm just talking at you. But I want to let my personality come through and share some of my wisdom and everything like that. The number of people that have texted, called, DM'd, or even just commented on the content we're putting out, where I'm just being me and just talking and just here it is. Like, if you're hanging out at the shop, we would have the same conversation. The number of people that have reached out is amazing. And truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you a million times for listening. And for reaching out and giving me that feedback. That means so much that my words are coming out and are helping you, right, to get better. They're helping you through life. They're helping you in business. Hopefully, these are like a little therapy session for you, maybe. I don't know. We got to talk about this shit. Anyways, thank you to everybody who has reached out. Also, coming up, it probably won't be next episode, because we'll be at Anson, but I've got some tools that I want to talk about. I've got the new I guess they're technically newer JVF mini tips, right? So the blue hammer from Kiko, the JVF tip, Jonathan made 3 smaller tips that are along the same size or same style as the JVF tip. Amazing. I want to do a review on those. My buddy Mark Jackson just sent me over, because I have the JVF glue gun, sent me over a pack of the Perfect Pull collision glue pellets. So keep an eye out for that. It's been quite a while since I've tried Perfect Pull. In fact, I never even really got too heavy into it. I think we just ended up with some back in the recording in the masterclass days. But with all these big tabs and tension we've been putting on, and the amount of glue we're running through, I'm excited for the Perfect Pull pellet glue. So keep an eye out for that. That is the next loadout in the gun. There was another tool. What was it? What were we talking about? Drawing a total blank. Anyways, in an episode or two, keep an eye out. We'll be doing another tool review session with some of the new stuff I've been working on, or working with. Some of the stuff we've been working through. Pretty cool stuff. So anyways, that's it. I have rambled enough. Welcome to wild, wonderful West Virginia. We're heading to a body shop this morning. I will see you guys on the next episode. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all your support and the kind words. I will see you on the next show.